This meeting is being recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to our weekly release meeting. We are now at the release 1.25 week 10, Wednesday, 27th July 2022. Welcome everyone, and this meeting is under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which could be summarized to just be nice and respectful to each other. And I've pasted the agenda link to the chat. Please feel free to register your attendees and add any topics you want to discuss in the open discussion area. Let's go ahead and look at our open discussion topics. Yeah, I just add one regarding with the Go update. Regarding with Go 1.19 update, we have the announcement released yesterday to Kubernetes dev channel regarding with update their dev environment to 1.19 RC2, which has been merged in KK side. And an announcement was released from Go side that the Go 1.19 GA release is planned for next Tuesday, August 2nd, exactly the same date as our code phrase. And an extra reminder, we have the code phrase next Tuesday, so be aware of that and expect more work after code phrase. And also please add any comments. Oh, sure, Carlos, you have anything? Any questions?
I was unmuted, talking to my child.
Oh, never mind. So please also add any comments and suggestions about the release process to the 1.25 retrospective doc. The link added below in the open discussion area as well. And we will have our first retrospective meeting 1 hour from now. Yeah, please feel free to join. And anyone has any questions regarding our open discussion topic? If no, we will go ahead and move to the team updates, enhancements. Jason, if you're here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
So we've started following up with folks as we approach code freeze. And with all the updates that are coming in, we are now, after our earlier freeze, we were at green, and now with everybody's code at various stages, we have dropped to yellow because close to 38 of our caps are at risk. We continue to follow up with everybody. Most folks are very helpful and they touch back. So hopefully by the time of code freeze, we should be green. That's all from my side.
Thank you for the update. I guess people are all busy with the code phrase. Hopefully, like make it. Thank you. And any questions for enhancements? If no, let's move to CI signal. Arsh. Hi. Or if anyone from CI signal is willing to give us an update. If nobody is from CI signal joining the meeting today, I'll just read the status. The current status is yellow. And Ash mentioned that like even if nobody from CI signal joined, like they will keep the updates in the doc. So we have several feelings. I guess all the issues are created and people are tracking with it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've looked at the channel. Am I the only one here? The echo?
Yeah, I hear the echo as well. I think someone else's mic might be on, but I don't see anything. Maybe.
Yeah, cool. I guess it's okay now. So thanks for confirming. Yeah, so I just reviewed the CI signal channel. People are like tracking the issue currently, so looks like everything is under control, and I'll sync with them again after the meeting. And if no questions for CI signal, let's move to bug triage. Ashita, if you're here.
Yeah, hey everyone. Our current status is green. And as the code freeze is coming, so the team is trying to reach out to all the issues and PRs to know whether they are still relying on 1.25 milestone. And yeah, that's all from Bug Triage. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Any questions for Bug Triage? If no, let's move to dogs. Carol, if you're here.
Yeah, I am here. Hi everyone. Well, our current status is green. Together with the shadows and the leader, we are following the pull requests and the documentations. We have a pull request open to sync with the main branch. It's waiting for review. And I think that's all.
Cool, thanks for the update. Any questions for docs team? If no, let's go to release notes. Carlos, if you're here.
Yes, I'm here. We are green. We are processing the Alpha 3 release notes draft. So that's the PR got open and it's currently on review.
Cool, that's awesome. Thank you. Any questions for release notes? If no,
And
let's move.
that I will be starting the process to do reminder pings to 6 for the major themes.
Oh, yes. The major themes deadline, I believe, is within 2 weeks. Thanks for working on that. And let's move to comms. Kat, if you're here.
Hello, good morning. I am in fact here. So we are now tracking 18 feature blogs with the feature blog freeze in effect. And we're all now chasing down individual blog owners for placeholder PRs because the deadline for those is, I think, the 4th. Also, the mid-cycle release blog PR is up. I linked it here in the agenda. It's worth noting that this one is a little weird because we only have like one major removal and like 1 or 2 things that could maybe step towards a deprecation, but aren't deprecations yet. So this is more of a major changes and removals blog as discussed, but it's trucking along. So suggestions welcome.
Thank you so much.
That's
Yeah,
it. We're green.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the update. Port security policy is a big thing, so it was like dressed.
Yes, it's worth addressing extra, and also we are working with somebody else to write a pod security policy / pod security admission blog, similar to the like historical context of Docker Shim blog we did last release, that we're going to try to get out around the same time as the mid-cycle.
Cool, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Any questions for comms team? If no, let's move to our release branch management. Veronica, if you're here.
Yes, hello. So as Stacey said, Go 119 is going GA in a very critical time for us. So following different discussions that we have had offline, the most sensitive thing to do would be to move our first beta, well, our first and only beta, to just delaying it 1 day for the 4th of August. There shouldn't be any terrible things happening after that. All the main stakeholders already proposed this or approved this, but if any of you are affected by this or have any questions, let us know to either Jeremy, Joe, or myself. And other than that, well, code freeze will also be executed next week by us. So let us know if you have any questions. I'm going to announce this in the on the channels, but as I said, we have already discussed it. So if any of you that have any problem with this are basically the only ones gatekeeping us away from this.
Thank you so much for the update. Yeah, please feel free to raise any concerns if you have. Thank you. And any questions for release branch management? If no, let's move to EA Ray.
Hey folks, so I just sent out the mid-cycle shadow survey. I have a link in the agenda as well. Please fill it out in about 10 days or so. So it's Friday, August 5th. That's end of next week. And also, if you have any other any questions or concerns as well, feel free to reach out to me privately on Slack. I as the EM, I'm the only one who's going to see the results and the emails associated with these with the survey results when and then I will anonymize it. So as you see on survey, we call it pseudo anonymous because I will see the emails and and names associated first, and then I will anonymize it for anyone who needs to take a look at it afterwards. All right, on the second point, the first 125 retro follows this meeting shortly at 10 a.m. Pacific. I placed a link to the retro agenda. So if you have any action items from the 124 release retro, please add your updates. I've also reached out to folks about this as well. And also, if you have any things about what went well in 125 so far and what could have gone better, maybe we could course correct before the end of the release. And also, what will we do differently in 126 and beyond? So if you have any suggested topics, please add that to the retro agenda as well. Like I mentioned, this is the first retro. If you're new to release team, we'll have an additional or maybe 2 additional retros after the release is out. So that'll be after release. The dates are on the release team on the 125 timeline. Third topic is start to think about succession as well. So with the sort of winding down to the last 4 weeks of the 125 release, we need to start to build a team for 126. So if there are any shadows out there who are interested in taking on the role lead, please reach out to your role lead and then I will send out a little tidbit out to role leads about succession as well. If you're interested, please reach out to the role leads or myself as well. And yeah, so that's my update, and just another reminder that the retro shortly follows after this call at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Thank you for the updates. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to either Ray or me. But for specific topic, like feel free to do a private chat with Ray as well. Yeah. And let's move to release lead update. I have pasted again the following release schedule together with some major milestones here, just as a reminder. We have code freeze the coming week, Tuesday, and the beta cut, as Veronica just mentioned, was postponed by 1 day on still next week. And the docs placeholder PI also due next week, together with the deprecation and removal blog post, which mentioned by Kat earlier. And also we have a test freeze 1 week following after the code freeze, and also the release branch cut. Some other things worth to mention is like the major SIMs deadline is also within 2 weeks. So I guess release notes lead already aware of that and mentioned it earlier. If you have any questions or concerns or uncertainty around those kind of deadlines, please feel free to reach out. And a final reminder again, our retro part 1 scheduled like at 10 a.m. PST today. So please feel free to join and raise your concerns or any feedbacks you have. Let's move to SIG scalability update. Someone from SIG scalability provided update earlier today. Is anyone from SIG scalability on the call want to give us a live update? If no, I'll just go ahead and read it. So the SIG scalability status is green, and there is some issues with displaying linked below, but it's not a blocking. So I guess our status is still green. Thanks for the updates. And let's just do a final check of the board. We didn't use it much, I believe. So it's updated 14 days ago. Yeah, we'll try to figure out if we want to leverage the power of the wall project board more further in the future. And before I end the recording, anyone has any topics or any questions want to raise? If no, I'll go ahead and stop the recording.